Wisconsin women's hockey swept St. Thomas last weekend to move on to the next round of the WCHA tournament, where they'll face Minnesota in Minnesota. Wisconsin went 1-1 against Minnesota earlier this season, and the Gophers currently stand right behind the Badgers in the standings. So not only will it be a tough weekend, but playing in their territory could be tricky. But Mark Johnson is confident and isn't going to let the location of the game get in the way.
It being a road game doesn't really affect us much. I think we kind of treat that the same as we would here. Show up on game day the same way, prepare the same way. So yeah, I think it's all pretty fair. I mean, it obviously ended up being in Minnesota, but I think we're excited.
As you dwindle down and teams start getting eliminated, you know, if you're going to be successful, you're going to be playing against good teams. And so at this point, you got to be playing well. If you don't play well, then things are going to end pretty quick.
And the WCHA announced more finalists for the conference's end-of-the-year awards, and the Badgers are well represented. Mark Johnson is one of 3 in the running for Coach of the Year, while Britta Curl is up for the Student Athlete of the Year, and Kirsten Sims and Caroline Harvey are vying for the league's Player of the Year. The winners will be announced on Thursday. Sarah Williams was a beast this season, and it shows. She is named not only the Defensive Player of the Year in the Big Ten, but also landed on the conference first team and the all-defensive team. The sophomore led her team this season in points, blocks, and rebounds, and ended the year with 15 consecutive double-doubles in a row, making her #1 in program history and tied with Megan Gustafson for the most in Big Ten history. There are 2 games left in the regular season, but the Badger men are headed to West Virginia next season to take part in the Greenbrier Tip-Off Tournament with Pitt, UCF, and a 4th team to be announced at a later date. The tournament will run from November 22nd through the 24th. We'll be right back. This time of year, you could find Connor Essegian glued to the TV. But this year, he's not watching. He's playing. It was on this very field that Paul Jones first learned how to throw a ball, and that practice paid off. 8 years later, he made Eastside history, becoming the first freshman to make varsity. 4 Badgers earned Big Ten Conference honors, and John Blackwell is awarded All-Conference Freshman. He is the 9th player for the Badgers to earn the Big Ten All-Freshman team. Blackwell averages 8.5 points per game and is a 4-time Big Ten Freshman of the Week honoree this season. Of course, he isn't the only Badger to stand out. A.J. Storr earned 2nd team All-Conference, and Chucky Hepburn was awarded Big Ten All-Defensive Team. Ever since she saw Caitlin Clark hit a 3, Taylor Stremlow knew what she wanted to be, an Iowa Hawkeye. But today, the Verona star put pen to paper and made it official, committing to the Hawkeyes. The search is finally over. Wisconsin officially named Luke Fickell as the new head coach of the Badgers. He takes over Wisconsin after 5 years at Cincinnati, and he made it clear that this team will compete for championships. The Green Bay Packers made the tough decision to release Aaron Jones yesterday, and one of the Packers' rivals was quick to pick him up. Jones will now be wearing purple and gold as a Minnesota Viking. The now former Packer running back signed a 1-year, $7 million deal with the Vikings. He now joins Brett Favre, Ryan Longwell, Greg Jennings, and Zadarius Smith as former Packers to join Minnesota. On the bright side in Green Bay, Keyshawn Nixon will be staying with the Pack. He agreed to a 3-year, $18 million deal. The star cornerback and all-pro kickoff returner averaged 26 yards per attempt last season and led the league in kickoff returns. That's it for sports. We'll be right back.
Warhawk touch.
Aiden Heidelberg.